Hi, my name is Breland Cersei, and this is my EDM 310 reflection video. I started EDM 310 with no intention to really give it my all, and that got me into a lot of trouble in the end. I got behind in almost everything that we were assigned, but I've really learned a lot from this class. I have also made a lot of friends with my group. I absolutely love those girls. They made all the projects even more fun than I could have ever imagined. They also stayed on top of me with where I was in the class and how far behind I was in the class. And speaking of being behind, let me talk to you future EDMers out there that may be watching this video. Do the assignments on time. A lot of people have failed this class because they either procrastinated or just gave up and decided not to do it. I myself procrastinated. I would always push it to the end of my day. Then I would say, I'm too tired to do this. I'll just do it in the morning. Then in the morning, I would always have an excuse of why not to do it. And I was constantly making up excuse after excuse of why I could not just sit down and do it. I would have tons of extra time that I could have spent on working on my class, but I always found a reason not to do it right then. And then I learned something called self-discipline. I learned that almost too late. I just now caught up, and it's the last day of class. And I honestly can't believe I've done this to myself. To save yourself from a lot of stress and a lot of worry, just designate a time each week that you're going to work on EDM 310 and stick to that schedule. Don't make plans around that. Just make sure you always have a time. That's where I went wrong. I didn't have a specific time that I would work on something. It would just be here and there, but you really need to have a time that you work on it and make sure that everybody in your family knows I'm busy at this time. Please don't mess with me. Don't invite me anywhere. Don't ask me. I'm working on my class. This class has also taught me how to learn on my own. At first, I really didn't like the way Dr. Strange put his strategy out there. I spent more time complaining about that he was not teaching us than I actually did paying attention to what he really was doing. Dr. Strange was teaching us. He was teaching us to learn on our own. He and the lab assistants were there if we had any questions or if we needed anything answered. And when I actually finally figured out what he was doing, I compared it to helping a baby walk when they're real young and just stumbling around. If the parents are constantly holding the baby and always holding the baby up and supporting it while it's trying to walk, the baby will never fall. The baby will never have any trial and error situations. The parents will always be there to help, just like Dr. Strange and the lab assistants, but if they constantly carry us through this entire thing, how are we going to learn to do it on our own out in the future? We as students have to fall sometimes. If it's not at school, it's somewhere. This fall that we will experience is something that will help us grow in our future, and that's all Doctor Strange was trying to do for us, and it took me forever to figure that out. He's not going to just sit there and hold us up while we go through this course. He's going to let us teach ourselves how to walk, you could say. He's teaching us that as adults and students in the real world, we will not always just be handed a book and telling us how to do it and the teacher showing us and then turning around and giving us a test on exactly what they showed us. I mean, we didn't really learn anything. They just showed us what was going to be on the test. And I will admit, when I heard his theory, I thought it was bizarre. I didn't really think it would work. I thought he was supposed to teach or carry us through this course just like some other teachers do, but right now I am absolutely and completely thankful that he did not. This class has taught me the importance of time management and taught me how to teach myself, and I just want to say thank you, Dr. Strange and Even though I was a pain in the butt, I appreciate you.